Hi there, this is Dr. Eve Ruiz, and I am here to welcome you to my channel, Eve SpiritSpeaks MD, on YouTube. Also, thank you for coming in and listening to my free gift to the community during COVID and other challenging times. I love to help you manifest your best, and that is what I am doing, my weekly tarot or oracle card reading for this week. The reading is for April 29th through a holiday, Cinco de Mayo, May 5th. Unlike what some of you might believe, this is not Mexican Independence Day. That would be on September 16th. Closer to Cinco de Mayo was a battle in the city of Puebla, where in 1862, a force of Mexican soldiers led by General Zaragoza went up against French militia who were double in numbers, better equipped, and better trained. In honor of the courage, this victory has been celebrated ever since. In the United States, we actually have the largest celebration for Cinco de Mayo right here in Los Angeles. It is more of a cultural holiday where the Mexican heritage is celebrated. I wanted to give you just a few little facts so that when you are tossing back margaritas on Cinco de Mayo, you can politely correct others as they share misinformation. Now, back to this week. For some of you who follow astrology, you may be well aware of the pink supermoon that we've just had. Now, those of you who looked for it likely noticed it wasn't pink. The name pink moon is actually standing for creeping phlox, which blooms around now, and you guessed it, is the color pink. In honor of that, I am wearing dusty rose and pink lipstick. The thing is that when you look at the details of this moon, this year we had the sun and the moon across from each other. What does this mean? When the sun is opposite the moon, this brings your home, your family, and intimate relationships into a sharper focus for the following 2 weeks. So you may be noting that. And you can put a positive spin on things because with Saturn involved in this picture as well, there can be restricted change. Opposing forces such as work versus home or what you need versus what you want can create inner tension and external pressure. So, for those of you who may have already been experiencing some difficulty, I am doing this reading to address those issues. I am using 2 decks of cards. One, the messages from Your Animal Spirit Guides from Steve Farmer, and the Soul's Journey lesson cards from James Van Praagh. Ah, I love this. Okay, hold on a moment. The first card I have is the Tortoise card, and that may have special meaning for some of you. What it says here is, you're too fragmented, so do whatever it takes to get grounded. Considering the strong pull of the moon, this is a nice idea. Get more involved in nature this week. Release everything no longer serving you. And if you happen to have a larger load of that than usual, fully engage in that releasing and celebrate. Honor Mother Nature for fully absorbing and transmuting that energy into a positive substrate energetically that can serve you and all the rest of humankind here on earth, that which supplies goodness, love, mercy, compassion, and forgiveness, particularly for oneself, and many, many other things that are wonderful for us to embrace. The next card I'm going to shuffle a little bit more for. I could talk just a little bit right now about what else Spirit is signaling to me, so I guess I will. The tortoise with its tough shell, as people know about, can really act to not only protect us from, if we are the tortoise symbolically, from the lower vibrations around. However, some tough shell that we place around ourselves also may shield us from experiencing joy and love and wonderful things. So, as we learn to better cope with lower vibrations and how to release them from us when they are no longer taking care of our needs, it's important to take steps to do away with the hard shell so that we may more directly open our gates and safely interact using healthy boundaries with those whom we love, with whom we work, etc. I am pulling one more card. This is called the Pueo, otherwise known as the Hawaiian owl. This says your ancestral spirit guides are offering you guidance now, so pay close attention to signs and omens from them. Signs can be anything. It could be simply when you walk past a jewelry counter, the symbols on the necklace pendants that catch your eye. It could be simply the frequency with which you might spot coins on the ground. It could be anything. Just note if Spirit is directing your eyes to notice them or ears to hear them. Listen, because it could be a message just for you. And now I have pulled out the Soul's Journey lesson cards. I'm just giving them a couple more shuffles to be sure that we have exactly what Spirit wishes for us to receive today. And I have pulled a card named Regret. This says, I know that I cannot change the past. So during this aftermath of the supermoon, as conflict or tensions may arise, perhaps about decisions that you have made in the past or recent past with those you love or with those you spend time with, know that you are here to learn lessons. The only way to learn is to make decisions and then see how they pan out. If you have made some decisions that didn't pan out, take that as inspiration and motivation to do things a new way next time, perhaps with greater skills, perhaps with more caution to research the facts and find out more that may be for the highest good of all involved. It doesn't matter that we cannot change the past. We do not live in the past, unless, of course, we choose to. But then if we did, we'd be missing out on all the magnificence, the drama, the triumphs, and anything else that is happening in the present. We could be thinking about the future and planning for the future, all the while appreciating and taking in the present. These are the messages. For anyone who is feeling a little bit in the past few days like life was getting just a little bit hectic or chaotic because of some conflicts, because of a multitude of things happening at once, take heart, ground yourself, have a walk in nature, releasing to Mother Nature, and taking in what she provides you. And in that way, you may be grounding yourself. Listen to your ancestral spirit guides. Stay attuned for symbols, signs, and ask inside your heart, for divine to help interpret why your attention has been drawn to these things. And remember not to have regrets over past behavior and past actions. We generally do the best that we can do in any given situation. There are some times, however, that we may bypass doing the best decision possible because we might not believe in ourselves. We might not take the risk of a better option, or for other reasons that involve often perhaps low self-esteem, fear, or other lower vibrational emotions and thoughts. Have no regret. Know that a lesson repeatedly comes to you until you master it. So anticipate the next time it's going to happen. Envision that through a portal in your mind and view different ways of dealing with that situation until you find the best possible option that you can recognize right now. Rehearse that a few times using that clairvoyance. See yourself acting this out. And the next time that challenge comes, if it does, when it does, you'll be ready. Thank you so much for listening. I am encouraging you to comment or to subscribe if this is the first time that you have come here for a reading, and take a peek or share with a friend either this series of readings or the series about how to recognize narcissists in your social, work, or home life so that you can be better prepared to deal with them in a way that is for your highest good. I wish for you to stay healthy, to be blessed, and most of all, to be non-fearing, beautifully, naturally, and authentically you. Namaste.